Vanderpump Rules star Rachel Leviss has announced her Rachel Goes Rogue podcast, and critics are not happy about it. Podcasts are like opinions, it seems like everyone has one these days, and for Rachel Leviss, formerly known as Rachel Leviss, she is no exception. On November 30, the much-maligned Vanderpump Rules star announced that her very own podcast will launch in January 2024. In the trailer for her Rachel Goes Rogue podcast, Leviss tells listeners that it was time that they heard her side of the story. "I'm Rachel Leviss. This might not be the return you're expecting, but this coming January, you'll hear my side of the story, and you may just be surprised what you find out. I hope you'll join me." The story behind the Rachel Goes Rogue podcast. Leviss knows all about public scrutiny. The TV personality got a taste of reality TV infamy when she became embroiled in a sordid affair with Tom Sandoval. In the aftermath of the affair, fans flocked to show their support for Ariana Madix. According to the podcast's press release, Leviss will not be holding back when describing her perspective. "I'm going to tell you what's true, what's false, and the secrets I've been waiting to reveal," the podcast description reads. "Yes, I've made mistakes. But what you think you know isn't reality. It's time to see reality through a different lens, and you might just be surprised by what you learn." The press release continues by saying, "She will passionately cultivate candid conversations, breaking the fourth wall in reality TV and frankly discussing living her entire dating life on camera." In August 2023, Leviss was a guest on Bethany Frankel's Just Be podcast. "The mistakes that I've made on camera live on forever. And you mentioned something about the addiction of doing reality TV and the way that they always dangle that carrot in front of you," Leviss said of her experience. "Like they say, you need to tell your side of the story, otherwise it's gonna be written for you. And that's terrifying." Rachel Goes Rogue gets no love. Despite her desire to move on with her life and tell her side of the story, critics have mocked Leviss for her attempt to remain relevant. After posting her podcast announcement on Instagram, many users let their frustrations for the Vanderpump Rules star be known. "It's just going to be her stumbling over her words every second because she can't form a sentence. I question her ability to hold a conversation, let alone a podcast, lol. You already went rogue, sweetheart, she needs to just go away." It seems obvious that many Vanderpump Rules fans have not moved from Leviss' controversial affair. Luckily for Leviss, she does have a few supporters left in her corner. One fan took exception to all of the hate that Leviss was receiving for her announcement. The user turned their focus on the bullies that filled the Instagram post's comments section with negative messages. "Look at all the bullies on this page. God forbid one of your kids screws up and makes some horrible decisions. Is this how you would want them treated? You don't have to like her, you don't have to support her, you don't have to follow her page," wrote one very supportive fan. "But constantly posting horrible comments to her is just plain bullying. Unfollow her and move on with your life. Trust me, you will feel better in life if you stop with all the hate." Rachel Goes Rogue will be available in January 2024. Will you be tuning in to Rachel Leviss' podcast? Do you think she'll have anything important to say? Let us know your opinion in the comments section.